Hey guys, this is David from I Am Vanguard.
And Daniel from somewhere.
Your real heart.
Here with the deck profile, Revengers, Dragruler, and Mordred Phantom. And I'll get right into the deck build right away. Starting with the grade 3 lineup, it is going to be 4 Dragrulers. Here's a little close up for you guys. Dragruler is a really nice card. At Limit Break, you can push the opponent up to 5 damage if you have Limit Break. And if you counterblast 1, retire 2 cards on your field that is Revengers, give the opponent damage.
And plus 10k.
Plus 10k, which is really awesome.
So basically the idea is to pretty much push your damage, push the opponent's damage to 5 and try to push them for a game. It's pretty much a preemptive critical trigger, just like Phantom Blast or Overlord. But the idea is that you're giving them damage before you attack. So it puts them more pressure that way as well, in a way, if you have strong rear guards on your side as well.
And it is a cross ride, so if you have this card, Mordred Phantom, it gets a plus 2k, and it keeps the extra 2k.
So basically, it's pretty much helps the Dragruler in a way, right?
Right. I mean, it's better defense, and it gets the break ride if you do ride over the Mordred Phantom. And going to the grade 2 lineups, I run 4 manas, which is a better Tartu, just with 1 less power, 1k less power, and she gives you a free card if you call her on the Vanguard or the rear guard circle. It has to be a grade 1 or grade 1 Revenger, and at the end of the turn you have to put it back.
So basically, it's a pretty much a card that is pretty much made for food.
For
Dragruler, right?
It's a free buffet.
Nom nom, bitch. Nom nom.
I think the great thing about it is that it doesn't cost any counterblast.
Right, which I mean I have to use counterblast for Dragruler already, so I mean I do need the counterblast open, so I can't use Tartu, which I mean she's a really great replacement overall. And then the other grade 2 lineups I am running is the 12k, because I do need more power on the other side lineups because of my other triggers I am running, and then I do run the Blaster Dark Revenger because I do need the damage on flips, so I still do use the Blaster Dark Revengers.
So mainly you're now using them as a damage and flipper engine instead of retiring engine, pretty much then.
Right, I mean, but depending on the situation, I do retire stuff because, I mean, you know, if you have to retire something important, I mean, of course you have to retire it. And then going to the grade 1 lineups, I do run 4 Dorint, because, I mean, it's combo with Blaster Dark, and then I do run 4 of it because I do want more of her than the Blaster Dark. I mean, she is a 7k booster, which works perfectly fine, so. And then, of course, I run the 10k attackers because of my trigger lineups I am running. That you see, I do run a little bit of stands. It's a 10k attacker, so if you attack with the 10k first and then try to get a stand trigger, you can stand there and attack again, so it's really nice. And then perfect guards are perfect guards, you have to run them. Really nice defense, or you can just call for attack for Dragruler, like it could be Dragruler food or whatever. And then I do run the Revenger Dark Bond Trumpeter. This is also Dragruler food, basically. It's nom nom.
So basically the idea around the deck is to pretty much call out as many units as you can for Dragruler's effect, correct?
Yes, everything's food for Dragruler eventually. Food. And then going to the trigger lineups, I do run 4 heals, 4 draws, 6 stands, 2 crits. I was running 8 crits, not 8 crits, 8 stands, but I did see that people didn't really, I mean, wasn't really scared of the Vanguard attack, so they just took it. So I decided I'll put some crits to scare them off a little bit. I mean, just to show that I do run crits and, you know, they should guard.
Yeah, it can create some mind games for your opponent if you show the crits early game or during the mid game, so they'll think that your trigger lineup is different instead of just having stands in the deck.
And then, of course, I think this is actually the best lineup for Revengers, but I do run 2 different starters. I run Claudas, and then, of course, the really awesome card, Judgebau. Do you want to explain what Judgebau does, Daniel?
Well, okay. Judgebau's effect is that when you boost a Phantom Vanguard and the attack hits, then you can put this guy into Soul Counterblast 1, and Superior Call 2 Grade 1 Shell Paladins to the field. So you guys can pretty much see the idea. It's a really nice way to tutor into even more cards from your deck just from one card. And not only that, but he also gave a really nice boost to the classic decks as well. Something like Swordbreaker combo that's really nice with the classic
It's a
Overlord
plus
combo.
4.
Yeah.
If you pull it off, it's a plus 4. So I mean,
So
it's really great. But overall, with the playtesting I have done with this deck so far, I mean, to be honest, I think Raging Form does have a better finish, but this deck has the elite pressure that I really like. And in the competitive scenes, I think I've seen it in a few local tournaments in Japan, which, I mean, they have been doing decently. Of course, there are various builds, but I think overall, with all the playtesting I have done, this is actually the deck, the build that I like.
yeah, I mean the crossfire defense is always nice.
Right, I mean, the standard cross-ride is always a better way to hold defense.
So how would you actually like play it out? Like would you just like is it kind of the same as the Raging Form build or?
Well, I guess I can kind of reset the field for the viewers so they can kind of see how it goes.
When you heal, double trigger. When you every damage trigger, you're not supposed to be heal trigger. When you triple trigger within the turn.
So of course, this is on a cross-ride, which, I mean, which happens very often. I don't know why I always get them. And then with the field, you want to get mana, maybe a grade 1. You can counterblast, get
Not a good mat. This is a good mat. Like that.
get a Claudas.
Is a good.
If you have a Dorint, you can counterblast, get a Blaster Dark. Where are you? And then you can unflip a damage, call something on the rear, and then food for Dragruler, give damage, and then same thing, more manas, more food, and then
So
you just
basically,
push.
yeah. So basically, you push them with the burn damage and then pretty much stand them to death, right?
Yes, you attack with the rears, stand, attack with the rear, stand, attack Vanguard, stand, and so forth. But usually you want to push them to 5 with the damage because the stand triggers will be more effective if you can push them with 5 with Dragruler's effect.
It's not really going to matter.
Crits are not going to be as effective late game anyway.
Right, because I mean they are eventually going to guard. So I mean I do like the stand triggers overall for this current build. So yeah, if you guys like the deck profile, just comment, rate, subscribe down below, and that's pretty much it for the deck. Like always, image the victory.
I am Vanguard.
Ciao.